All right. Hello there, everypony. This is InvisiBrony here from Equestria Amino. Today I'm going to be having a chat with somebody you may all know. They were recently on the front page with their 100 days on Equestria Amino. I am speaking, of course, about Treble Stroke. Sorry, tripping over my tongue here. Treble Stroke has been on the Amino for, like I said, 100 days. He's a great artist. He's done a lot of work, a lot of good stuff. He drew the background that you are seeing right now, and we are going to have a little chat with him today, see what he's up to and what's going on with him. So, Treble Stroke, hello, say hi.
Bonjour.
Well,
Hi.
I said say hi, not bonjour. This ain't France.
Well, sorry, I'm French.
Ah, maybe. Okay, so Treble, today we are here. You said you recently had that post on the front page about being on the Amino for 100 days.
Hmm?
So how have you enjoyed your experience so far with Equestria Amino?
I have enjoyed it so much. I've started out very shy, and and I was very unsure on what I was gonna do for the community. So, um, I started by posting artwork, and people liked it for some reason. I mean, even with very little detail I put in it, and having stress episodes, and then, oh my God, what am I saying?
No, I don't
Uh,
understand it either because I mean your art is pretty terrible. I'm just kind of doing this as a favor to
yeah.
you. No, no, your art's great. I know a lot of people have enjoyed it. I
Thanks for
personally have
always
enjoyed
thinking
it.
of.
I especially enjoyed the launch image that you did of all the curators and their main
Uh-huh.
character counterparts, which was really great as well. How long did it take you to do that one?
It took me from Saturday night to Tuesday night. I haven't slept in between that.
Oh my.
I don't think. But yeah, it took me a long time because I think I told you I went to a bonfire, so I started it after that bonfire.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, and then I asked all the curators separately, even you, and then drew the characters, and then drew all the curators mirroring them
Yeah. For
along
those
with
of you who
it.
haven't seen it, I am displaying it
Yeah,
right
there
now
we
on the screen. So you can see there's me and Rainbow Dash. There's Starlight,
go.
Skyline, and Twilight. I guess maybe their ship could be called Starlight. I don't know. D
Uh,
Loco, Applejack. They're all here.
Someone's definitely gonna ship Fidgety Jester and Apple Bloom.
Oh, right
But,
there.
but
Yeah, Octavia and Adagia. That's pretty cool. So yeah, no, that's some great work on that there. Also, those of you who haven't seen a lot of his artwork, please make sure to go check out his account on the Amino Treble Stroke. Um, yeah, you've done quite a few pieces on here. Actually,
yeah,
I'm trying to think if I can even count how many you've done.
well,
Too
my
many.
dad. Well, no, not my dad. Both my parents are concerned why I'm doing so much pony art. But yeah,
Hey, it's practice, right?
mostly, mostly. I mean,
What I mean is
I
they
do.
shouldn't be concerned if you're developing artistic talents, no matter what you're drawing, as long as it's not things you shouldn't be
Uh,
drawing.
yeah. Oh God, I
Let's
see you're
see.
about to scroll through something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, where's my favorite that I made?
I don't
I
know.
think I made it.
I don't see it here. I see favorite artists. See Gaz. There's you here.
My cold
Silver
covers.
Note.
My
I
cold
like.
covers singing.
Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
So yeah, now I know that when we started or when we were talking about doing this, you had something that you wanted to talk about to the people of the Amino. So what was that? Why don't you let us know?
I wanted to reach out to the people who are looking for what they want to do in life or what they need to do to succeed. Like if they have a passion and they really like it, and if they get upset from others who are better than them, it doesn't get them anywhere because they're
They get
the only way to,
discouraged.
yeah, they get very discouraged. And the
Yeah.
only way to, I mean, mostly the only thing I can say is we are talking about potential.
Right, and
And
I know I've seen a lot too on the Amino where, like you said, there's a lot of like this is an amazing amount. I'm actually shocked at how many good artists are on this Amino. Like I know there's a lot of good art out there, but like the sheer number of artists that are so talented and in different ways too. You know, there's people like you have like a cartoony but still detailed style. There's people like
yeah,
favorite artists that are just they're so realistic, but they just bring their
yeah,
drawings to life that way. And then there's other people like Blue Scribbles who has a more cartoonish style than you as well, and a little less on the detailed shading, but still has very bright colors and beautiful drawings. And you know all these people they have their own art talents, but then you see because of all this talent, you see a lot of other people who are just starting out be like, oh, I'm never gonna be that good, or you know, it's such a discouragement, like you said, to them. And and you're correct. You know, they shouldn't be discouraged because I mean, people like you know Picasso and Van Gogh
yeah.
and like these are people who did it for years, and you know, this is not something except for maybe the lucky few that
Yeah.
happens overnight.
And if you've read previously, I did say that I started drawing originally in 8th grade, and I'm now a freshman. So that was only like 1 year, about 2 years.
Yeah,
And
and it really depends too, like on how much you draw as well. Obviously, practice makes perfect. There is nothing you can say to change that. You know, musicians have to practice every day, hours a day.
yes,
Like I know a
and
lot of artists. Sorry.
I have not. I don't play any instruments. I'm really trying to teach myself, but I haven't gotten to it. I have a guitar, and I might be getting a keyboard this Christmas, but I'm really gonna try to play something instead of writing music all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely if you're gonna do that, pick one instrument and stick with it. At
Oh,
least until you've gotten good with that instrument, because otherwise I used to play trombone
yeah.
and saxophone and piano and a little bit of guitar. Now I play none of them because I didn't focus on any of them.
Well, yeah, but piano and guitar are kind of similar in a way. I don't know, but I'll mostly try piano since
Yeah,
I kind of like that one.
and it's got a lot of versatility to it as well.
And you have interviewed amazing people previously, content creators, public artists, musicians, basically the fans that aren't afraid to spread their work and prove their potential.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is
And
if as a word to people who are looking to improve their craft, you know, a word of both encouragement and warning is don't be afraid to put your stuff out there. But if you do, expect negative criticism. It's
yes,
like even my work. Like I've had people tell me like I've done a lot of writing, but before I came on the Amino, a lot of my writing was just kind of I didn't put a lot of myself into it, my heart into it. I didn't put effort, and so a lot of people came back at me saying, "Oh, this isn't good," or "It seems very bland." Um, it doesn't
hmm
seem like there's passion behind it, and that's a very important thing to do is to have
I
passion.
I haven't quite seen your art yet.
Um, I can show you some paintings later. I don't have them on the computer,
Oh,
but
painting.
yeah, I do painting, not
Yeah.
and writing. It's mostly my writing that I'm talking about when I say art.
Um,
Um, yeah, I do poems and stuff like that. And you know what? They're not all golden. I don't think I'm still going to be some published author someday. But I enjoy what I do. People seem to enjoy what I do, and so that makes me happy.
Yeah, I enjoy what I do, and I don't do YouTube yet, and I don't have a DeviantArt yet, and nor do I do digital or play instruments yet, but I will get there soon.
Yeah, and what you need to do is when people do give you negative criticism, look for the truth in it. There are going to be some people out there who just want to hate, and they're just going to say, "Oh,
Yes,
your art sucks." And you know what? Even if your art does suck, the way that they say it can be mean, and that's
yes,
unfortunate. But unfortunately, sometimes you know, even if they're being mean, it can still be true. But that doesn't mean you should stop. It
yes.
just
The point, mostly the main point up here is to never give up and to never stop in what you love to do.
right. No, potential is a very fickle thing too. Like I said, if you give up, then that's it. Like if you
Yeah,
give up, then you're done. You can't
then
give up
there's
on something.
nothing.
Yeah, just
But
keep improving, keep looking. And for people who are quote unquote better artists than you, look to them for advice. Look at their drawings. I don't say copy their drawings, but look at the techniques that they use for shading and for line art, and just try and mimic that in your practice drawings and use that to develop your own style.
yes, and a lot of people have, a lot of my friends, basically, not just random people, have came to me feeling upset and stuff about. I mean, they see my art and they think they can't do anything, and I try to tell them that they can if they try and if they practice. and absolutely never give up. And no matter how long it takes, everyone will get there if they have a strong passion and if they believe in themselves.
Yeah, and that's really where the divide happens between somebody who is legitimately wanting to get better and somebody who just wants the attention that comes with getting better.
Yes, and it's not even about attention. It's not even about popularity or fame. It's I mean it involves recognition, but it's mostly for to pursue your dream.
Yeah, and then that's what
And
I mean is that's when you can really see who really wants to achieve their dreams and who just wants that attention that comes with doing so, because they can easily get that same attention. It will not same attention, but they can get negative attention by "I'll never be good. Please pity me. I feel bad about myself." And
yeah.
I'm sorry you feel bad about yourself, but I'm not going to sit here all day and make you feel better.
Well,
All I'm going to say
yeah.
is, you know what? You got to go practice. You need to get better if you want to be better. Otherwise, whining about it, to be blunt, is not going to help.
Yeah, well, a couple people who I tried to make happy have just Pedro. Ugh,
Okay, he's got a bird in the closet, by the way, guys. That's why that screeching
it is
is.
not in the closet anymore, apparently. Will you give me a moment?
Okay, Pedro is out and proud. Um, so
Let me take care of
no, you
it.
go you go grab your bird. I will entertain the masses. Actually, I'll show them some stuff off your page here while you're doing that. Let's see here. So we've seen the cult covers. We also have scrolling. So yeah, this is actually the post he made for the 100-day on Amino. This was on the front page. So you can see here. I won't go through all the text, but there's a lot of pictures in here, so a lot of good information. This is a very good a reference sheet. So if you're starting out drawing and you want to create your own OC, your own Pony-Sona, whatever, this is a really good place to start. As you see here, he picked all his colors out that he's going to use for his palette, and then drew the head and ears and stuff so you can get a frame of reference for that, and then went into drawing the characters and then using those colors on the OC. And I guess that's the bird he's trying to wrangle right now. Let's see what else we got here. So this is, as you can see, like we were talking about earlier, his shading, his detail has improved a lot since he began. That was on his first day there. And look down here, you can see even just in these pictures, which were a little ways along, they're getting more consistent, more detailed line work and shading. Some sketches
Okay, I'm
there.
back.
No worries, I'm just showing them your 100-day post.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some sketch work there being buried by pencils and pens.
Yes, I remember that.
What else we got here? This I really like this one for red palette. That was a really nice picture.
Yeah,
Very
I didn't.
creative use of
The
the
one time I
colors.
didn't use black to shade.
Yeah, actually, apparently that's a really good technique. Is not using black to shade, using a darker version of the color.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised I didn't know that.
yeah, I guess sometimes that doesn't work if it's a darker color, but apparently it's a very good technique to use. What else we got here? I like the Gala one.
Yeah, and I really hate that one because I did not do those musical notes right. Notes that are above the third line are supposed to be down, people.
Yep.
Down. I did not do that right, and my choir teacher was very disappointed when I showed her.
You're out of the choir. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Seika Blue Beauty and Red Palette, right? This one
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
the logo that I showed them, and they're now using it,
One sec here.
and someone
There it
digitalized it
is.
for me.
Yeah, I did an interview with them as well. That went well.
Yes, I watched it.
Okay, and what else we got here? I remember, what was that horn and wings one from? On the top left here.
Pattern.
Right. Yes, I
mean,
can remember
that
the
contest
challenge.
is almost over. Whenever the end of November comes, I'm gonna put it in a favorite.
Nice. And here's the background that we are using currently, but
Yep.
without my
I couldn't
alterations.
find anything else to represent today, so
And
there it
that
is.
was a good one. I liked it. And that's
Okay, now,
that's your Google logo.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's ready to be sent to Google.
Yeah. Well, good luck
And
with
I
that.
mean, it could win me a scholarship if it wins. I mean, that's big.
That would be pretty sweet. All right, well, let me just get rid of that since I'm done there.
Yep.
So yeah, no, guys, like Treble's saying, don't be discouraged by negative comments. Take them, use them to make yourselves better. Grow. Use them to grow.
Yes. And if you think you're bad, you need to that like Invisi said that you can look at the other artists and what they do, or you can actually learn concept of art. There's line, shape, color, form, texture, value, stuff like that can be learned to improve art.
Yep. Hop on YouTube. I'm sure I can say without even looking, there's probably at least a couple hundred or a couple thousand videos about how to draw in various styles and how to shade and how
Yeah.
to paint. Like, you can pretty much learn anything you want to do on YouTube nowadays.
I still need to learn how to do digital, and that's one of the. I mean, I have a tab right here. It's like one of the keys to my dream of animation one day, but
Yeah, I find digital very difficult. Like, I'm not a fantastic artist drawing wise, but on the tablet, I'm really shaky when I'm trying to do line work. I can do coloring fine, but trying to what the screw you, Windows, get out of my face.
oh, I thought that was mine. I was about to exit out.
I should do that to trick you. I'm not sure why that came up. I
uh,
didn't. Oh, it's the color arrow color scheme. Stupid thing.
uh,
Not even using it. Why is it? Whatever. I don't care. I give up. I quit the amino. That's it. Yeah. So guys, again, don't be jealous. Just take.
Mostly, the word for that is envious. Like,
Fair enough.
I had a
Envious.
friend that got upset and mad at me because I was artist of the week, but I mean, he's better now. But just because I get front page doesn't mean I'm just the best artist in the world.
Oh God, no. That
Yeah.
sounded worse than I meant to do.
Yeah.
What I mean when I but to clarify what I
Oh,
mean by that is that there are a lot of people that get put on the front page,
for
and
a reason.
for reasons. And actually, I'll tell you guys one thing too. If you are looking to have an article go up on the front page, and you have decent quality art and you're very proud of it, you want to show it off. Don't post pictures one at a time. I mean, you can feel free to do so, but we're not going to feature one picture, like a singular picture on the front page.
Yeah.
Very, very rare exceptions to that, but on the whole, if we featured every good picture that came along on the front page, it would be nothing but pictures all the time. So a good note for you is I did write a blog about this a while ago. Maybe at the end of a week or every 2 weeks, once you've say posted 5, 10 pictures, take all those pictures, add them into a new blog. Basically, make a new blog, put all 10 pictures in that one blog, maybe put a little note under each picture about what the picture was about, what inspired you to draw it, just a little flavor text so it's not just
Yeah.
a bunch of pictures. And then that's something that,
That's
is
what gets a
much more
feature.
likely to be featured, yeah.
Like, I mean, artwork mostly gets featured when it has a reason to be featured. I mean, not only if it looks good, some are featured when they look good, but artwork that I featured that got, I mean, artwork that I've posted that got featured before was my request number 6 because there was a lesson learned at the end, which is kind of similar to what we're talking about now, but
Yeah. And
I
even like it
believe you're
doesn't
the
even have to
one.
be honestly fantastic art. If you're not the best artist in the world, that doesn't mean you shouldn't draw, but you maybe just need to
Yeah.
apply your talent in a different way. Like for instance, if you look on the front page today, there's something called Taco Talk, which I'm sure a lot of you know about. And the art in that is not, it's not gallery quality art, but it's very humorous. It's got a comic,
Well,
it's got a
yeah.
good story to it. So I mean, there are various ways you can use your talents and apply them. So if you're not, say, the best artist in the world, just lean into it. Don't go with it. Use that art to
Yeah.
draw funny pictures, and then over time your art will develop. Oh
Yes.
my God, are
And
you kidding me?
I can be a, oh.
What is going on with that today? Um, don't show
I'm
this message
guessing I
again.
can be a good representation for that since mine is developing pretty quickly, and I am planning on doing humor art pretty soon. Like that's why I'm trying to finish requests so quickly is because so I can just get some funny stuff out, and I have ideas in my head and stuff just waiting to come out.
Yeah, a lot of the time too is a lot of potential is wasted by procrastination. I am honestly a big uh, sufferer of that from time to time.
There's
Um,
everyone who procrastinates every now and then. Everyone does it.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, or the other thing too is taking on too much at once, and that's something I'm very guilty of, which can lead to a lot of procrastination because you can't, or indecision, I should say, because you cannot decide what should take priority. Like I'm doing these interviews, I have blogs I want to write. I'm supposed to be doing a series to turn my old blogs into videos for YouTube, which I keep putting off because, well, that's more of a technical issue. So my computer's having issues, and doing the video side of things causes it to crash. I'm actually surprised this hasn't crashed out today while we're doing this interview. Well, my computer's about 11 years old. It needs to be replaced.
Well, I got a like I'm using my old one right now, but I got a brand new one. It's a Dell Windows 10, and it was working well when I first got it, but then I got grounded, so I closed it, but I didn't turn it off. And apparently it fried itself that whole time, so now it's just a piece of
Ooh.
crap now, even though it's brand new.
Yay. Well, that
Yeah.
sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Life.
Well, no, I think we've talked enough about that for the moment. So I think now we should lean into the question side of things.
Yay.
So how about we start with why ponies? How did you get into the fandom?
How did I get into the fandom? I think I watched it about a half a year ago because I saw Fluttershy saying yay on YouTube. And then I just got hooked to her, and I'm like, that was actually funny for a pony show that absolutely has no depth into it whatsoever. So I just went and watched it, and then I found out that it did have depth into a story and stuff, and I got into it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought I had a question there on my phone. Um,
Are these questions coming from you?
yes, they are. I don't have any questions on there.
Okay.
I just sorry, I was trying to monitor something and I put the phone down now.
Eh.
So, as far as, I guess, did you start with the first episode of the show, or did you just get a random one?
I started with the first one, so
Okay.
it put me into the story.
And as far as, like, say, what's your favorite episode to date? Have you've seen the whole show, like, all the way through?
Yep,
All right.
I've seen most of the latest ones. I think I missed a few, episode 6.
Okay.
Um, let's see. My favorite one would be from season 6. It would be "Spice Up Your Life." I like the song from there, and um, I like "Slice of Life" since it's like all
The very
about
the
her
very
character.
controversial episode. That's everyone either loves or hates that one.
Yeah, I was about to say who doesn't love it, but
Actually,
yeah,
there's a lot of people who think it's a lot of fan pandering and easy laughs, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it is. It's great.
well, it's just a big thank you from Hasbro for the fandom.
Yeah, and like I said, I enjoy it. A lot of people don't, and everyone's welcome to your opinion, even if it's wrong. Um, so yeah, slice of life, spice of life,
Yeah, life, life, life.
and one more.
One
The
more.
top three episodes here. So we're gonna do
Oh,
those
okay.
two. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was gonna be one, but you picked two, so I'm making it three.
How about a favorite villain episode? Let's
Sure.
see. I really like T-Rex, the one with T-Rex in it, whatever it was called.
Yeah, that's the season
Um,
finale.
Season 4 finale. Yes,
Yeah.
I really liked that one. It gave the main six just, it like really reborn the show. It gave it all new perspectives, all the characters, the scenery, and everything.
And it gave Hasbro a new toy to sell. Actually,
Yeah,
it gave Hasbro a whole bunch of new toys to sell.
yeah, Rainbow Power.
Yeah, and while I actually didn't like that too much. Um,
Uh, it was too
I just,
bright for
oh, it's
little
just, yeah, it was just like there's selling toys and there's selling toys.
Yeah.
You could make toys without just throwing it in your face, but I can't begrudge them making money because that's what keeps the show on the air. So,
Again, no giving up.
yeah, never give up, never surrender. Oh, Galaxy Quest. All right,
Yeah.
so that's your episodes out of the way. How about favorite main six character?
Um, well, to relate to me, I really like Fluttershy
Mm-hmm.
because he just
I'm
like,
shy.
yeah, like you said in your Q&A, she did develop a lot more in character.
Yeah. Well, actually,
And
have you seen Ultra Fast Pony?
I haven't seen many fan stuff.
Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna show you one of their episodes in a little bit, just to
Okay.
get your live reaction to it.
Are you sure we covered everything for the potential?
We can always go back to it if we didn't live up
Okay.
to our potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think of anything else? Like honestly, there's not a lot to say on the subject other than don't give up, don't
Well, it's
take
just that
hate.
the people who are talking to me have issues in their life, and even though they want to and try hard enough, that something surrounding their life stops them from that, and I can relate to that very
Yeah.
deeply.
And actually, I've had people I know as well have the same thing. Like, for instance, on the amino, this isn't a brag, but I'm one of the more well-known people on it, and that's simply because I have the time to spend on it, and I understand that it's if you don't have time to spend on something, you're not gonna progress. So I guess it would depend on what's getting in your way in life. If it's school, if you're going to school or you're
Yes,
working, then unfortunately, those are things that you need to do. You need to
about that.
prioritize. Yeah. So, I mean, if
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm working on a drawing right now that I told you earlier. It's for my art class because before break, they did request to say that all four drawing prompts are due tomorrow, and I've finished one, and I've finished drawing the second one, and I have to do two others. I'm gonna stay up tonight to finish drawing them at least, so that I can color them all tomorrow at the end of class, so that I can turn them in. But mostly, the class I'm aggravated about is algebra because I'm literally understanding nothing in that class.
Yeah, I was never a big math fan myself. I could do it, but I had to always go the long way around to get it. So as soon as it became an elective, I'm like, nope, I have a calculator, and I'm not going to be a rocket scientist. So
Okay,
I'm
good.
no calculus for me, thanks. I'm going to stick to more artsy classes and more things more in my
Yes.
vein of expertise.
I mean, it'll start next semester where I'll have new classes, and there won't be an art class to stop me from doing my own art.
There you go. Well, to be fair, an art class would be the perfect place to do your own art.
I know, but they assign you art to actually do, so it's just
Hmm. Okay, but yeah, in general, things like school and work, they're always going to be in your way. They're not going to go away unless you happen to get really, really rich selling a painting or something like that. And they're very important
oh
things
yeah,
as well. Like, just think of it this way: you might not be getting where you want to be right now, but once you finished your schooling
yeah,
and work, then you're going to have more free time to practice. But
yeah.
that's basically
That's
it
what I.
for is prioritization.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to for adulthood is to have my free time to grow a bit more for
Oh, my
art and
friend,
music.
no, no, no.
Well, yeah, I am short, but
Oh no,
I am
free
very.
time never comes back. It's just gone.
I'm
I'm
sure
just
it'll be there.
yeah. No, like I said, the more time you have to spend on something, the better. Just you need to prioritize and
Yeah.
get the important things out of the way so you can spend that time doing your passion projects. Um, what was I going to ask you next? Oh yes. Um, Now you said you don't watch a lot of fan projects. How about musician wise?
Um, Yes, I do watch musicians. I love Black Griffin. I love Mando Pony. I love the Tombstone. And I love that's the three I mostly watch, but I can start watching more. I like Animated James. I've seen his videos. And I like Vanna Melon. I've seen her videos. And Little Shy, I watch his Cinemare Spins a lot. Marathon.
Yeah, his are fun. Now, do you have any favorite songs from those musicians? Like, let's say top three
I
songs,
l- okay, I
and you
love
can't
the
say
Element
Discord.
songs.
You
Oh,
can't say Discord.
well, I already sang that
Yeah.
for cult covers. But that's a very weird name in my opinion, but cult covers it is. Um, I like the Element songs that Manda Pony and Acoustic Brony did,
Oh yeah, the loyalty,
and
generosity, and all that.
yeah, I've tried to find it on Samule, but they do not have it.
Unfortunate.
Yes,
I know loyalties in the
in the
karaoke is magic, or singing my little karaoke. Sorry.
yep. I might try that, but I'm just unsure about that
It's fun.
if they have instrumentals.
It is in there for sure. I've sung it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's about a 15 gig download, so so you got to run
Well,
that.
I do like advising people on singing. I will do that soon on Amino for MLP songs, the way they're written, how to sing them well or to improve singing. Pedro, you are covered up in that cage and you better shut up.
I sense chicken wings in his future, or parrot wings.
I
Uh,
put a sheet over his cage, but he's still being loud. And
yeah. No, I used to know someone. They had like about 4 or 5 birds, and
oh god.
that house was a nightmare to be in.
Well, before I started doing art in eighth grade, I was obsessed with birds. I still know a lot about birds, and I wanted to be an ornithologist. And that is a studier of birds and keeps birds and protects them. But I realized that I can't even control my own bird, so
Yeah, my most of my training with birds is how to debone them. So keep yours away from me, because they might not be good eating, but by God, if I
well,
keep
Silver
screeching in my
Note thinks
ear,
Pedro is adorable
no,
because
they're
he,
cute, but I'm not a bird person in terms of pets. That would drive me insane.
yeah, Silver Note just likes Pedro so much.
Cool. Let's see. Yeah. So actually, how about some amino related questions? Like, who
Okay.
do you think? Who are your three biggest influences, art wise, on the
Oh,
amino?
I have exactly three big influences. I
Excellent.
have.
Three is always a good number.
I like Red Palette because she sells her artwork. That's something I want to do. And I like Nick Valentine because he is very good at digital, exactly the way I want to be as good as digital.
Right.
And I like Favorite Artist because she makes comics and I want to make comics very badly because most comics are pointing towards humor mostly,
Right.
if you agree with that.
Oh, well, I mean, there are graphic novels that are more serious, but if you're talking in terms of comic, like panel comics, then yeah, usually they are more humorous.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am listening. I'm just trying to load something up here as well.
Okay.
That's the one. Perfect. Okay. So sorry, you said red velvet, red palette, Nick Valentine. I'm trying to combine their names again. And who was the third one again? Sorry.
Favorite Artist.
Favorite
The
artist.
one you
Yeah. Oh
love.
God. Yeah. I think I'm not even that much of an artist, and she's my friggin' idol. She's amazing.
Yes. I mean, I tried asking advice for mouths, and I even showed her this picture showing how much easier it is for stallion mouths than mares.
Yeah.
Pedro,
It's
you were not in this
absolutely.
conversation.
It's absolutely insane too how fast some of these artists are.
Yeah, they are quick.
Like
Yeah,
obviously that's a learned skill. So again, for those of you who are just starting out, don't be discouraged by that you can't
yes.
put out a drawing in a day like that. These people have been doing it for years. But like even I'm sure you've seen gripper
Well, I'm
gear.
not a good example for that.
No, but you've seen gripper gear.
Glitcher gear,
No,
huh?
gripper gear. He's relatively new.
It sounds familiar. I mean, I know a glitchy gear, but I don't know a grippy gear.
No, here one sec. I will show you a piece of his artwork. You might recognize the art. He hangs a lot, draws a lot with cat pensive and
Oh, I love
art
that.
Ace of Jacks.
I like him too.
Yeah.
Or him. I don't.
Actually, we're going to be doing a little. I'm going to be interviewing all three of them on Thursday,
Oh, yay.
so that'll be kind of neat. Here, Equestria Mino. There we go. Yeah, gripper gears. Here's his page. If it would just load for me, there it goes. This guy.
Oh.
It's kind of a steampunky style.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on the front page, but I've never really chatted with him.
Yeah, that one
There,
that was on the front page was actually something I took a bit of a chance on because he was wanting people to draw to him and he drew back. And the only reason I feature it is
uh,
because he is such a fast artist. Like he's not putting out super high quality stuff, but
I know.
really nice looking drawings and cute and funny. Like look at these.
He probably has a lot more free time.
Well, dude, he draws these in like 2 or 3 minutes a piece.
Yeah, I
And so
mean,
he's responding to comments with pictures. Like, look at these little. They're just cute little sketches. I took a chance, put it up on the front page. He got quotation marks mad at me because he was so tired by the time he was done. He had to do so many drawings. He's like, oh, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, no, there's speed drawing is another different kind of talent. Like he can do some really good art, but you can see here this is very basic line work. But he can bang them out real quick, and then he's got some other art that's a
wow.
lot more detailed as well.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's me in the
I wish.
background.
Yeah, I saw that as soon as you scrolled by. It's not hard to recognize you.
Nope. There's this one too. This is where he's got mad at me.
This is exactly why.
See, look at it. He
Um,
drew a picture of what his hands looked like afterwards. Missing,
yeah,
worn down to nubs.
yeah. I don't have that free time. I don't.
And there's me looking guilty.
And those of you who don't have free time, then there will soon be free time. I have hope in that.
Yeah.
Pedro, not for you.
No,
You are
Pedro.
grounded.
Bad bird. All right, so I'm going to show you one episode of this because I want your reaction to it. This is for those of you who haven't seen it, a parody web series. This is episode 7, just because they're kind of getting into their thing. And before we watch it, I will warn you, and this is their own wording. This is why, God, I can't talk all of a sudden. This is on the topic of potential. It's one of the reasons I wanted to mention it, because they talk about how crap their show is. Like, there's almost no sound effects, no editing, poor editing, bad dialogue, but they're making fun of it the whole time, which really makes it work.
That's kind of what this
So basically, they're taking what they can do and they're making it work. So, without further ado, this is just a few minutes long. We can sort of sit through, and you can see what you can do.
Angel, you will eat your damn carrots. Ow! Oh, I get it. It's okay to have Fluttershy do everything her owners say. But as soon as she gains ownership of her own farm, suddenly it's all equal rights and slavery is not okay anymore. In the name of the black smoke of the sky, I demand reparations. I'm sorry, my white master. I'll get back to work now.
Oh my God.
Someone help! The clan's out to get me!
3 racist
Everybody,
episodes.
listen up.
Every pony.
Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a dragon nearby, and the smoke he's causing will eventually kill us all. Well, what are we gonna do? We're going to go up there, talk to him about his problem, and maybe in time we can learn to be friends and live together with each other.
Let me stop you right there, Twilight. Wouldn't it be much quicker to just kick him out of town?
No, we always kick new people out of town. Just once, I would like to make friends with someone who isn't from Ponyville. First, we kicked Gilder out. Then we kicked Blue Twilight out. Can we
Blue
please
Twilight's
just
Trixie.
make friends with someone?
All right, we'll take a vote.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
thinks
sure
we should go
Lyra
with
will be
Twilight's
very
idea?
excited.
Me.
I'm too shy to vote. Let me rephrase that. Who thinks we should do what Twilight said, remembering that I can have Big Macs snap your spines in 3 to 5 places? Okay then, dragon slaying it is.
I hate you so much.
Twilight, why are we bringing Fluttershy?
Well, duh. She's good with animals.
No, she's
It's like
not.
one of those
She can't
silent
even get
movies
her
where
own money
they
to eat a
have
frickin'
just
carrot. Now,
they
Angel,
say
you
something
play
and then it
nice
shows a
and
black
stuff.
screen what they're saying.
Ah,
Yeah.
You know what it's called.
my head. Why am I just so bad with animals? Maybe I should stay home.
Quick, everyone. Grab her and take her to a place of fire against her will.
Oh no! I'm having flashback to the bad days. The bad days.
Fluttershy, hurry up. I want to get this over with.
I can't, you see. I'm just too shy. Yeah, she's pretty shy.
She sure is.
If you ask me, I'd say she's really shy.
Oh,
Wow,
well, I guess we'll
what
just
was
have
on
to
that
let
map?
the dragon live in peace.
Balls to you, we're killing this thing. You go on ahead, we'll catch up. Who ye brew I'll win again? Oh, this is bullcrap. Best 8 out of 20. Sorry it took so long. We came across some ghosts and she flipped out screaming something about
I feel
those
like all of the
Greenfield
main 6
bastards.
grew a little bit
Let's go,
taller
guys.
since the
I
current
don't
season.
think I can
Yeah.
make this jump.
Oh, why not?
I'm just too shy.
That's your reason for everything.
It's a good reason.
Okay, Fluttershy, look. Even if you can't fly, you can still jump. Just remember that famous basketball player and you'll be fine.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Not that one.
I don't like that part.
Never, ever that one, Fluttershy.
It was that
Are we
guy from
there
Space Jam,
No.
Babe Ruth.
How about now?
Yes. Okay, guys, we're gonna tackle this dragon one pony at a time.
Wait a minute. Haven't we been trying to stick together this whole
I
way
was
up the
watching this
mountain?
episode with my
Why won't we
mom and she
split
was
up
so
now?
confused.
Oh, no reason.
Are you trying to pull something behind my back, Twilight?
No.
Well, not the silent version
Okay, you
from
all
the
wait
show.
here.
just,
I'm going in alone.
Right.
Excuse me, Mr. Dragon.
What do you want?
You wanna be friends?
You can't have any of my money.
Oh, no, silly. I just wanna be friends with you. 'Cause magic. Yeah.
No, just spit it out.
Well, it's just that your snoring is kind of killing all the ponies in
Wow.
Ponyville. Now, I think we should just talk this out. But my friends out there wanted to kill you, so I thought I'd
How
come
many
in
views
alone
did this
Wait.
get?
What did your friends want to do?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Uh-oh. Run for your lives!
Loud roar.
If I must die, please let it be slow and painful. I don't know if there are gods in Equestria.
Rarity's
but
a bit
if
of a
there
masochist
are,
in
I
this.
suggest you all
Yeah.
start praying to them now.
It was
Oh,
all her
great and
fault.
powerful dragon! Please don't kill me.
You mean us, right?
And what's a pegger like you doing out of the fields?
Yeah, that's where my mom was mostly confused when the dragon talked.
You can't say that word! Only Pegasus can say that word! Apologize, fool! Excuse me.
What the heck
I
is
said
Applejack doing?
apologize! Sorry. So did you convince the dragon to leave?
Well, Spike, I suppose you could say he's dragon. Just write it down, Spike.
I'm not writing that down.
Damn it, Spike, write it down.
I think the cheap references puns are no longer the lowest form of humor. This goal. Oh.
Yeah. There's a little.
They are barely using anything, but how many views did it get?
Powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
And did the...
Hold on, I can barely hear you over this. Give it a second.
Well, I don't even hear anything.
There we go. Oh, you can't hear anything?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, why did you not say something right at the start?
Well, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, sorry. I guess the screen sharing does not share audio. I did not know that. My bad. Well, anyways, you can watch it separately, but everyone else who's watching is able to hear it perfectly
now
fine.
Everyone knows how oblivious I am now.
Well, that's my fault. I didn't realize you couldn't hear it. But that's fine, because everyone else can hear it. You can watch it later.
Well, I thought you said that this guy was using no audio and stuff.
Well, no, like no sound, not a lot of sound effects and stuff like that.
Oh,
But now
well,
I can see where you got it from now. That's funny.
well,
Whoops.
at the very beginning, I was like, oh, so we're doing a silent movie. And
Nope.
I said earlier, it's like a silent movie where they say one thing and then they show a black screen. Did you hear me say
I
that?
thought you were talking about the subtitles. Like, so it was really loud in my ears, so I could barely hear what you were saying during the video. Whoops. Oh well.
How loud is it for the video itself?
Oh, loud enough.
Everyone can hear me well? Hello?
No, you're fine. But when I was playing the YouTube video, that volume was very loud.
Okay.
So you were talking with it, not over it. Anyways, that doesn't matter. We can move on to other things.
Well, yeah, so that video was a good example if I heard it well.
Yes.
And
For using very little, I wouldn't say skill, but for utilizing what talents you have to make the most of what little you may have.
because I'm still a very shy person, and I did have a YouTube, and all I did was Minecraft gameplay, and I folded paper. So I deleted all those videos because I was so nervous of them.
Whoops.
I'm not giving up, but I just.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start can be a good thing. Besides, Minecraft videos are way overdone.
Yeah, and
There-
I figured that out. I don't even like Minecraft.
Yeah, and there's
anymore.
barely
No.
any pony art out there, so you're going down the right path.
Oh well, yeah.
need
I'm
more
planning on-
ponies.
Yes. Well, I'm still gonna use my human OC, and I'm just gonna post my singing. Maybe start with my singing, and if I ever learn digital or speed art, then I can do speed art on there.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do. Well, another question I had for you actually was, projects coming up. Do you have any big projects planned other like for art?
Any big projects?
Like I know you were saying you were talking about doing a comic.
Oh yes.
Is that something you can talk about, or is that a secret project for the moment?
It's not secret. It's,
Okay.
I did say it to Scarlett a while ago. Yeah, I started with I didn't start at the very beginning, but it's gonna be a comic about my amino story that I just told everyone.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's gonna be a comic of it, and it's gonna have no dialogue. It's gonna have Rubik's symbols and just like speaking expressions and stuff like that,
Right. That sounds like a really interesting take on it. So you just
Yeah.
have to use expressions and art to convey the tone and the emotion and the storyline.
Yeah, and people can just figure out what I'm saying or what you're saying. You are also in the comic because I came to you whenever I got 200 followers. I came to ask you if I could sing, and you said yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Well, very back. I mean, you remember going to my wall and saying "Welcome to the Amino" and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do. That was a long time
Yeah.
ago.
I was a little puny. Well, that was only in about 3 months ago, I
No, there's no small members on the site.
think.
Um, yeah,
It's a very
that's
good
something
site.
that's very important to remember as well, guys. About potential is it doesn't. I've said this countless times. I've said this in almost every stream I've done too. It doesn't matter how many followers you have.
Yes, it absolutely doesn't. I don't even pay attention to mine. Someone today congratulated me on 1,143 followers, and I'm like, that's a very peculiar time to congratulate me on followers, but
Yeah,
okay.
that's something I never really got either. Is when I saw people going like, "Oh, we're celebrating 794 followers." I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah. Usually people just celebrate at like 100
Yeah,
and
and I mean,
thousands.
I get it, maybe once in a while to be different. It's kind of neat, but
Yeah.
I just see it a lot now, so it's too common. It's like I don't what.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still do blog saying thank you for followers, so apparently I do pay attention, but I do say thank you to some. There's my ugly little profile
Ooh, there we go.
there.
Yeah, I figured I'd pop that up since it's got the scrolling background at least.
Yeah.
And that one was an old one there, wasn't it? Wasn't that done by who did that one there? The kind of faint one.
Oh yeah, that was a while. That was made by M1K3Y. I remember that username perfectly some reason, but it was made by someone who does the SFM stuff. M1K3Y. I think.
Right. Yes. So now I'm just kind of drawing into your backgrounds.
I do put captions in there to let people know who drew it, but I don't think I got all of them capped. I don't know how to plural that.
No worries.
There's
Captions is correct. Yeah.
yeah, you can see that comic that I saw.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the Taco Talk that we were talking about.
I just read that before we started.
Yeah, King Rarity. So you can see like the artwork, is decent. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing
Funny.
terrible. But they put their art to good use. This cute little Sonata character and just really funny little storylines to go with it.
King Rarity is very funny. I tell her that in all her taco talks.
Yeah. I think it's a him actually.
Oh God,
I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, no, they're a good
Do you
writer.
hear anything on my end?
Nope.
Okay, someone yelled.
And if we did, we did. I mean, this isn't exactly FM
Well, it's
radio
just
here.
embarrassing for me.
There we go. So now, as far as the topic we were speaking of, did you have anything else you wanted to say about that we haven't already covered?
Well, I'm trying to think of I feel like we are forgetting something. I'm trying to think on what we covered so far.
Well, let me just look through the text you sent me and just make sure we haven't missed any main talking points. I know we've talked about potential. We've talked about procrastination, progress,
Envious.
practice, being envious. Yes, all these things. No, not that. Where are you?
Oh. People who don't have passions.
Okay.
People who don't have passions. Like if you don't know what you're good at, then all I can say is just go try stuff. Like I have a friend who he writes very well, but I tell him that all the time, but he just doesn't see it. But he does try artwork and music, and he tries it all the time, and he just tries to find what he likes. And if once you find what you like, you stick with it, and then you practice and never give up.
Yep, I think the best way to cover that is be a Cutie Mark Crusader.
Yes, I love the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Well, a thing about Black Griffin. Do you know who Black Griffin is?
Yep, and Michelle Creeper. They live in my city.
Like I don't have someone with me to sing with me all the time.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Black Griffin needs it, for God's sake. That guy's got a voice on him, my God. He's crazy how good a singer he is.
Well, forcefully, I'm not gonna sing on this live stream. I mean, on this video, am I?
No singing today, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because
So
I drank soda and.
I was
soda
gonna
is
say
not
you
good.
have a backup singer there who's terrible. Your bird.
Oh, is he being noisy again?
I'm saying if you start singing, he's probably gonna want to sing along.
Yeah. Every time I play music, he starts screeching.
Yeah, no, birds like music.
But But what do you think about my cult covers? Not much has been covered on cult covers because I haven't done a few.
To be honest, I haven't listed them since you first posted them. So, I mean, I could...
Then how did it get to the page?
Your cult covers? When
One got up there.
Yeah, but that was... Well, I'm not the only guy who posts stuff on the front page.
I feel like you are.
Well, I do a lot of it because I'm around a lot, but occasionally other people do it as well. Actually, the other guys work. But no, I know they were good. I can't, unless I've just heard something, I kind of, or heard it a lot, like listened to it repeatedly, it just kind of doesn't stick in my head.
Yeah.
Like, I know they were good, but I couldn't give you a critique on them without listening to them again. And
Well, I'm gonna put up a Q&A for my cult covers, and maybe for this topic as well if it didn't get cleared to anyone at all.
Yeah, no, a written blog is always a good accompaniment. Once
Yeah.
this video is, I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel. Feel free to put it on yours as well. Like, once it's up, you can get a copy of it.
Right.
And you can put an accompanying blog for the topics. So that way anything that was missed in the video can be read on the
I'm
Amino.
way better at typing than I am at speaking.
It's an acquired talent. Just like everything. Practice, practice, practice.
Yep.
But I think we've just about
Even
covered
I've
it
been
all.
myself.
So unless you have any further things to say on that, I think we can wrap it up.
All right, how are we gonna do that?
I think we can wrap it up by saying thanks very much for coming out today, folks. This video will be up on YouTube. Well, by the time you hear this, it will be up on YouTube, so I won't bother telling you when. Thank you very much to Treble Stroke for all your work on the Amino and for joining me here today. Yes, so with that said, why don't you say goodbye?
Bye.
Goodbye, folks. Thanks very much. InvisiBrony
All right.
out.